Welcome back, beautiful audience, to something new we're doing. We want to do a recap of 2024 and all the games that we played for the first time in this year. And so we're going to just go through them. You know, people like tier lists, so we're doing a tier list of all the games that we saw for the first time. We're going to go over each one really quick, and the ones that go, you know, like A, S, we'll do some clips where you can see maybe why we liked them, maybe why we sucked at them. I don't know. We'll figure we'll just go through a little bit, hang out for the beginning of this year a little bit and chat. So we're all here to do that.
We're chilling.
You know, I feel like there might be a need for like a pain tier where the game isn't bad, but it just hurts you.
Yes, anyone that's watching this, if you want a pain tier, we will pain tier our entire freaking game library, and you'll find S's everywhere. Okay, starting out with this really strange Animals Collision. That was a weird game.
That was funny.
It was real funny, but God, it didn't work right.
I loved how janky it was, though.
It super was jank, and we actually had a lot of fun playing that one.
Mostly for how much fun we had with that.
That was the one with the sheeps, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the exploding sheep, the chainsaw sheep, all that, yep.
Also, to preface, this game was free, right? If I remember right.
I think it was like $1 or $2, if I remember correctly.
I swear it was free.
Maybe it was like a free rotation or something. But it was at the most really cheap.
It's listed as free, so.
Yeah, so it's free.
Yeah, free.
Yeah, for a free game, I personally would have to say this is like at least A tier.
I was gonna go B, so I kind of agree.
I was going B-ish.
I would go B. Yeah.
Okay, so
we're
gonna go
it's a
either
fun little party game for like a couple times.
Only because A tier, I put more like I'd go back to it. I don't think I'm going back to that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So what I'm thinking is that if we're gonna go with majority, so if three votes gets the win, but if it's a 2-2, we're going down because S's need to be a majority. That's my reasoning.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay, Back 4 Blood. Oh, by the way, this is in alphabetical order because of reasons. For anyone watching. This is not the order we played them in. It's just because the alphabet exists. Back 4 Blood. Personally, I liked it a lot.
I like it. I feel like it's a hard game to record for this.
Oh, 100%.
But it's really fun to play. But my goodness, it takes so long, and we don't have that much time dedicated to a day. Like I don't think in our recording session sitting we could finish the entirety of the campaign.
Fully agree.
No,
it's so long.
Yeah, I would have to give Back 4 Blood like I would have to say C.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm not saying the game is bad for giving it a C, but in terms of the games we played, like it's okay, but like it's not anything I would care to play by myself.
Yep.
I want people.
It's better with people, and also what really kills it is the campaign time.
Yeah.
They're insanely long. You have to have like. You have to have like an entire day for that.
Well, I can kind of understand that because as someone with limited time, I don't want to be like, well, how many sittings do I need to play this game in to like get through one campaign? I
just want the deck loadout and weapons to carry over, and they don't.
Oh,
because if they did that, it would be so nice.
That would help.
I could see it.
We have to play it in one sitting, and we can't split it out like we can with a lot of other games that have a similar style.
For me, I put it in C just for the amount of time it requires.
Yeah.
Like it's not a bad game, but at the end of the day, you could just play Left 4 Dead. It's shorter.
Yep.
It's pretty darn fun too. It still holds up to this day, in my opinion, especially number 2. So I would say C tier. And if anybody's to get this game, get it when it's on a good sale. Yep. Otherwise, I would not spend over $20 for this one.
I will say, there is one thing I think they did better in Back 4 Blood than Left 4 Dead 2, and that is the ability to have a melee build.
I can agree with that.
Yep. That was the thing that
that is a bonus.
No,
I will
I
give
just
him
like
that.
the variety of weapons.
Okay, so we have 1 vote for C. I think
I'm B.
The dog is trying to be included.
Okay, we got 1 C, 1 B. What do you think, Harry? Where are you putting back blood?
I'd go B.
Okay.
I like it, and I'd go back to it as long as I have people to play with. It's just, I wouldn't go back to Left 4 Dead personally, just because I've played it a ton. But
That's
like,
fair.
if you haven't played it a ton, it's fine. But the diversity of weapons and builds makes it more interesting. I want to be able to like not have to do my build in one sitting every time.
Yeah.
It's really sad having to rebuild it.
I am going to agree with Matt because I'm going to throw in an X factor. You need other people to play this. If you play it by yourself, not as fun. I tried to play it a little bit after we did, got my ass kicked because I was so used to other people being there that it wasn't as fun. So I'm gonna agree with Matt, and we're gonna put this guy in C.
Done.
Number 3, Baron.
To be fair, the first one we gave a B, despite the fact that if you played that by yourself,
Yeah,
you're hurting
but
yourself.
B is also
I know.
free. So if you got Animals Collision,
that's true.
you don't
Yeah,
regret
I
it
think-
because it's free.
Free goes to the tier right there.
Understandable.
Okay, Barony. We only played it once because, man, it really pissed me off. So,
It's a hard game.
It's really
hard.
Yeah.
I'll keep my opinion till the end. I'll let you guys talk and pick your tiers.
See,
Some of our other friends are playing it right now. But
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
That
That
pixelated
game is
dungeon crawler
hard.
roguelite.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
You know, personally, I don't dislike it. I think if we put a little bit more time into it, then we could figure it out.
Oh, probably.
So personally, I would give this one a B.
Okay, that's understandable.
I
I'm
thought it
at
was
the
just
same
okay.
spot.
Dog agrees.
Dog agrees with me.
Dog likes it.
Okay,
Dog
I
says
always
B
see
for
that.
Barony.
I say C.
okay, so we got 2 Bs and a C. I have to be the decider, and I have to go C because it really pissed me off.
Oh, you were so mad during that.
I
video.
was so mad. That game was constantly murdering me.
It
So
does.
it's going in
That's all that game
C.
does.
That's fair. I had a feeling that was going to be the case.
Yeah, there's gonna be a couple that I feel like I might be the wrong kind of wild card. I'm okay with that. That's just how I
that
am.
is perfectly okay.
Okay, short-lived, but we got a lot out of it. Bloody Trapland.
I would have
This
to
is
give that
Nick's
an A
game.
tier.
We're thinking, okay, is that 2 A's already? Was that what I heard?
No, I said this is Nick's game.
Oh, yeah, I'm good at platforming, side-scrolling
I don't know
platforming.
what I want to give this.
We got to vote for A though. So that means Andrew and Harry has got to put something in there.
Oh yeah, it's not A. I'm debating on B.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think-
I'd say B. I'd say B.
I'd only give it a B as well, just because, gosh, that game it's so counterintuitive how hard it is to work with your teammates.
Yes. This is one of the few games that having less people makes it easier, which is hilarious.
Also, Matt murdered us a lot.
Oh, come
Okay,
on.
to be fair, we all murdered each other a lot.
A lot.
No,
I died
Not
a
very
lot.
many people murdered Nick because Nick was the only one winning any of the levels ever.
Actually, no. Going back to those videos, there is a couple in there that like Andrew or Harry randomly swept, and there's one that Matt just did and like was like, "Wow, I don't know what I did," and just won. So
Yeah,
I wasn't the only one.
I'm just, you literally just see me free. I'm like, oh god, oh my god.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if I do A or B, it's going in B. Personally, I would go
But
with
it could be a
A
high B.
because I like games like that. That's kind of
Remember,
the style I
your
like.
game.
if you're using
That's
the
your
thing,
game.
you can slide it to the front of the Bs.
No, I can't. I'm using super basic because I am
Oh.
super basic.
Isn't there literally a website for this?
Yeah,
I was
it's
gonna say,
tier
I thought
maker.
it was.
That's where I'm at.
Does it
Did you
not
slide
let?
that
I thought
forward?
you can slide them over.
Harry, you have to assume that I did not do a lot of research when I made this.
Well, I just mean like it's in the B tier,
Yeah, it's,
and you just slide it to the front of the B tier.
oh, I can't, I can't do that.
There you go.
Oh my god. I'm learning
because
on the
it's
fly.
a cooler bee than the other ones.
We're
Yeah,
bad at
that one-
tier list.
Oh god,
I
now we're gonna have to
wouldn't
sort the
mind going back
tiers.
to that, but well, no, it's only the high Bs and like the high
Okay,
As if those
understandable.
happen, you know.
Okay, completely different change of genre. Extremely powerful capybaras.
I
Just two ums.
I would have to give it. This one I'd give a B.
Okay.
I feel like I am just sticking in the B realm too much. I was trying to like, do I give this an A because I like it?
Well,
I don't know. Do you see what's coming next?
That much.
There's not many games
Oh,
that we
don't
play.
worry, that's going down.
Like it's pretty rare that we played a game and just did not like it. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty rare. So it's like it's understandable that we're gonna be in the CB range a lot because our S's are rare, our F's rare. That just is what it is.
Yeah, I think I'm going B plus.
Yeah,
Damn it.
I personally am with a B. Like it's okay for a roguelike. It's not anything to write home about, however.
Yep.
I personally like a lot of other roguelikes that are available.
Yep.
And some are definitely cheaper, i.e. The Vampire one, Vampire Survivors.
Yep.
That one's really cheap, really good.
Yep.
I mean, the only reason we're playing this over Vampire Survivors is because it's actually multiplayer.
Yes.
That's
is
fair,
a-
but
Well,
I'm
just be honest.
that's fair.
Yep.
But I mean, even still, there's better multiplayer roguelikes.
like later in this list.
Gunfire Reborn is a great example. It's a roguelike. It's got way more stuff to do. It's multiplayer. It's
a very
lot of
different
fun.
experience, though. But yeah,
But
if you're looking for just
in
roguelike
that
genre.
genre, then that makes sense.
But if you're talking like the top-down, you know,
yeah,
stack
as
up
far as a
abilities
top-down
shooter.
goes, it's not a big game. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
and
surprisingly
some of the
small for a
characters are super underwhelming.
roguelike. Yes.
I think that's my big thing. The synergy thing, really cool until you figure it out, and that's all you go for.
Yeah.
And there's no other mix-up you do. It's like, I need my whatever it is to get my one ability, my upgrade done.
Yes.
And that's I think what holds it back for me.
Well, and personally, I played this outside of us recording it. The unlockable characters, garbage. And when you go up to the higher difficulties,
the mage.
only the ninja is any kind of helpful because he's omnidirectional. Everyone else with their specific directions, it's so much harder to play this game.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what I was
that
saying.
may-
Like, even just when I was using the druid, it's like these angles are not helpful. Like,
Yep.
it would be such a better character if there weren't so many random like structures on the map that just eat the shots.
Yep. Okay, so that's one vote for B.
So I'd go B as well.
Okay, Andrew, what'd you think?
Oh, I said B plus.
Oh, I was
So
gonna
B.
go C.
I'll go B.
Ooh,
I'm
Really?
Yeah, it's
You did play it.
I did play it more, but I'm semi comparing it to Spell Brigade later in the list, which is way better.
You know what?
Way better.
You're
but
right.
you win.
I think C is a better grade for this.
Ooh, downgraded. It'll go at the front of the
Super
C's.
capybaras.
There, the front of the C's.
Where are the C's?
Okay, animals. What climber animals? I think is
How low do the tiers go?
F.
Put it in
Animal
there.
Climbers, I would have to give this one a D. Like
Yep.
it's a rage game. It's a little silly, but I don't see myself playing this one.
Oh yeah.
Realistically, though, it feels it is cheap, but it feels kind of like someone just went into Unity, slapped a bunch of basic objects in a giant spiraling circle upwards.
Oh yeah.
Almost.
100%.
So yeah,
Yeah, the easiest way to do it.
definitely a D.
I have. Yeah, I was actually going to agree with Andrew. I'm going to go with F because, as far as a rage game go, it's not very rage-like. It's actually forgiving, which personally for me,
Yeah.
if you're going to make a rage game, make it angry.
It should hurt more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, so that's
And
our.
it really depended because there were
first
some
F.
areas where if you were like gonna jump, you would just biff all the way down to the thing if you messed up.
Yeah.
But there were other areas that were actually fairly forgiving.
Yep.
Mhm.
Gatekeeper Infinity, another roguelike, another top-down.
Yeah, we know
roguelike.
we had someone in this group that played it a lot.
But we also only ever played the demo other than him.
That is
So,
true.
True.
For
I'd
me,
still give it an A, even just
I'm
only
A.
playing the demo.
I say
And that's saying like
Ooh, 2 A's
that's
and an S.
just the demo.
That
like-
is true. That is just the demo.
Like if we actually invested in the main game, I think the experience would be even better now.
it is. The game is definitely worth a purchase. For me personally, I could 100% endorse this game. Buy it. It's a great roguelike. It has a lot of experiences. They're constantly updating it. There's a lot of stuff to do and unlock. Like I could not recommend this game enough for, a roguelike experience.
Oh,
So S tier from me.
Ooh, we got an
I'm
S
doing
and
A.
2 A's. Well, as much fun as I had with it, and with the uniqueness that it is, I'm gonna trust Matt on this one because he's the only one that got the full game. So I'm also gonna give it an S, but that still means it goes an A.
Yeah.
Because
Well, that's why I
unanimous.
specified specifically was like
Yeah, and
we
and,
only played the beta for most of us.
and to
Demo.
for anyone like interested in that game, Gatekeeper Infinity is not the full version.
It's just
Gatekeeper
Gatekeeper.
by itself is the full game. So one of them is free, one of them is not.
Yes.
I don't think it's purchasable anymore for the demo. I think we
No,
just get to keep it because we
demo
have it.
is no longer. I
Oh.
don't think it's no longer available. But
Haha.
Gatekeeper is the game itself,
It's
great
not that
game.
expensive.
and it's an indie game. Support indie devs 100%.
Yep.
It's not expensive. Great experience.
Heck yeah. Half Dead 3. That was a recent one. We just did
That
that.
was a recent one.
It is. It's fun. It's
okay.
easy,
It's okay.
but it's.
I would give it a C.
That's
Yeah.
where I was thinking of C.
I think it's fun for a once.
Yeah, that's kind of what's making me dip lower is that I went back and played it a little bit because I wanted to see what kind of things you could die to. And it
Sure.
was so boring by myself.
Well, I think it's one of those games. It's good for a one-time play, and then you come back to it again like a year later or something, and it'll still be just as fun as that experience.
That is true.
It's random enough.
Yeah,
it's
agreed, agreed.
it's like a spaced window kind of play game. Like people know what I'm talking about. Sometimes there's just those games where it's like you play it for a little bit, then you don't come back to it for like a year,
Yep,
and you play it again, and it still has that same experience.
that's true.
I think it's kind of like
That's why I would give it a C.
one of those games that's just nice to have on your list, kind of like a Gang Beast or something, where it's just like
Yeah.
the best
Yeah.
part about it is playing it with a random different group of people,
Yeah, that's very true.
and just because
Yeah,
it's
that's
cheap
true.
and people will have it, and it's not painfully dead when
So-
you come back.
From what I heard, there's a C. What
There's
is-
2 C's, I think, so
Yeah,
far.
C. I think we got 2.
It's me and you left.
I'm gonna go D personally.
I
Because
guess to decide.
in my opinion, any game that I can recklessly run forward and that makes me safer is missing the point of why
Very true.
True.
Very true.
I made it through way too much of that game by just sprinting, and I didn't that's why I went back to play it. I didn't even know what the traps were because I missed almost all of them.
Right?
So
And some of them seem so threatening and then aren't.
yes.
Very much so.
So
Well, I'm going to do the D as well because there's 2 D's in the title.
okay, whatever. It's our logic. It doesn't even make sense.
Okay.
Okay, the
That's just a joke. But
the daddy of 2024, Helldivers 2. I don't even remember when it came
What?
out.
I'm
That
going
came out
to
this year, right?
keep my biases aside from the whole Sony fiasco
Yeah,
part.
that's fair.
That's bullshit.
I'm gonna leave that out of this rating for the basis of a game being a game.
Yep.
I would give this I could give it an A. I think that's fair.
Seeing as I play this pretty often, I really like this game. It's an S.
It doesn't even have an A, or it does have an S in the title. It doesn't have an A.
It does have an S.
It has an S.
It has a 2.
It does have a 2.
Okay, Harry. There's no A's in the title, or B's, or C's.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna go
It does
S
have a D
anyways,
in the
it's one that I
title,
keep wanting to go back to. I always forget. My computer loves me for forgetting because God, my computer hates that game.
It does. Yeah.
Okay, I'm dipping down to A also, just for the fact, because I played a lot too. I really enjoy the game. The one thing that kills me though is the super credits.
Agreed. 100% agreed.
It is painfully
The
slow.
grind does suck.
I don't want to grind low-level missions just to get super credits, and I don't want to play 7 million high-level missions to get like 100. So that's the only reason I can't do an S, is because it bothers me that they release like 3 or 4 of the passes by the time I can maybe get 1. So
I mean, at least they give you them for free, though.
that is true,
You can
but
get
it's
them.
going in the A tier. No
But it's
S's.
annoying
That's
that
good. That's
the
good.
high tiers are hard till I get the things.
Comments
Okay.
if you disagree.
Yeah,
This is a funny one.
if you're listening to this and just hanging out, chilling with us, let us know what your opinion is on any of these games if you've played them.
Absolutely.
Or
Or you
if you-
agree with.
Or if you think we're dumb and our opinions are wrong. That's also a thing
Yeah.
you can do.
Make your own tier list.
I mean,
Because having opinions on the internet is a sin.
Okay, pop quiz. Let's see how many of you remember this one.
I remember
J
this one.
Jump Arena.
it's so weird.
It's like, funny enough, I actually really enjoyed this game. It was
I did
really
too.
stupidly fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. It was silly fun. I could give this a B tier.
That's what I was doing. I was going B.
Yeah, it's a B.
I'm
It
actually
shouldn't be a B, but
I'm gonna
It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna say A, just because of the multiplayer that was still very active.
Fair enough.
When we jumped into that
Yeah.
that's
lobby
true. We
where
had
it was
people in there.
where it was just blow everything up, that was so much fun.
Oh my gosh, it was great.
Okay, so that's a high B right there. Yeah, that game was a surprisingly good time. Lasers.
What did
I would also like.
It's such a derp game.
It's a silly game. I would give this a C.
Yeah, that's where I was. I'd go with C.
2 C's.
I'm gonna go D. Because there was just not enough levels, and it didn't. The fact that it would go back through them sometimes in the same run was just.
Okay, yeah, fully agree with
that. It seems
It
like
could be
it
better now.
does have.
Yeah, I think they have more now.
Yeah,
well,
I think they've added more levels.
I discovered, because I played it for a little bit after we played it, just to see what was there. There is a lot of levels in the game that it just didn't play for us. It gave us like the same 4 or 5, and then just kept repeating them for some reason.
So it just has really bad RNG. Then.
Very bad
What it
RNG.
seems like. Yep.
Then I might change that to a D actually.
Was it?
Just like
Oh, I get it.
no,
You're right.
I
Okay.
was a C. I'm
Okay.
changing it to D
I'll say
because
C.
that kind of makes it even more irritating.
Yep, understandable.
Like the game itself was okay, but like it could use a lot of work, and the RNG of the map seems to be really bad. So I don't think that constitutes worth much of constant play.
Yep. Okay. Harry, did you vote? I didn't.
I said D.
Okay, so 2 D's and a C is what I heard, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You got it.
Okay. I'm also gonna go C, just because it runs surprisingly well. But I mean, it goes in D anyway, so whatever. But that was my biggest thing with lasers, is that for as simplistic as a game, it ran amazingly well. So.
I mean that's
Isn't that
fair.
the point?
Yeah.
Fair reason.
That was the thing I remember the most about it. So.
Not the weird dances
See, I didn't even
There
think about the
were
weird
those.
dances until
There
you
were
said
those.
that.
or the jumping off the map and going.
Oh, that's right. That's how we started the video.
Yes.
Liar's Bar, also semi-recent. Just a couple, like a month or two ago.
Good fun.
I'd give it an A because I see the replayableness because it's not a bad game.
Yep.
I'm gonna go S just because I like the mind games and it's nice having a 4-player one instead of like a freaking like
You only say that because
where it's
you won
too
so
many
much.
Yeah.
because I'm good at those games.
He is good at those games. I had to lose, what, 4 or 5 times for you to lose once?
And win a
I had to
single
get you to the last
time.
shot,
Yeah, it was the last shot, and I still won.
and I got like 2 shots in, then died.
I died on the very first shot. I remember that.
Okay, so we got an S and an A. What are you thinking, Andrew?
I'm doing A.
Oh, another A. Okay. So no matter if I do S, A, or B, it's gonna be in the A tier, which is fine.
Yes.
We're going A.
I'm going A just for the X factor again of multiplayer. I know a lot of people play a lot of games by themselves. So this is a game that you need other people to have more fun with, and if you don't
Very
have
much
other
so.
people, it's not an
And
S tier.
Can you even
Yeah.
play it?
I was gonna say,
I don't know.
You can't. You literally can't play it by
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay,
See, there
I
you go.
wasn't sure.
So I've watched games that I'm like, wow, that looks like a lot of fun, and then I've played it by myself and it was not fun. And so I'm trying to throw that in for games that specifically made a difference to me, whether or not there was other people there. So
Yeah,
A for
and that
me.
is definitely, if you're not playing with friends, it's lame. It's like trying to play like apples to apples or
by yourself.
Yeah.
Cards
Doesn't
Against
work as
Humanity by
well.
yourself. It's like, the cat can only beat you so many times before you get mad.
It's kind of like that scene from SpongeBob where he's huddled up in his house and he's got like the
Like a-
face drawings on his fingers. And he's
Yeah.
like, "Gang Soul here."
Okay, the new final boss of video games, Marvel Rivals.
S.
Yeah.
I'm gonna also have to say S. The game's really fun.
Oh,
A lot of
no.
replayability. I
You can
mean,
play it by
it's-
yourself.
It's free, and for Christ's sakes, it's Marvel characters. Like,
You don't have to unlock all the characters. But it's only a good game if you like multiplayer, because if you're not into competitive things, oh god, good luck.
Okay, Andrew, you kind of you decide a lot of
I
fates
know.
for this tier.
I
right
am
now.
deciding this one. I already had my mindset, and I think a lot of it is I just need to play it more because I only played
Actually,
it with you guys. and I
Andrew
haven't
says-
The
played it
reality is, even with 2 S's, if you set a low thing, it would still go down.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what I'm
going A.
saying is.
I'm still setting it up, but like I'm going A.
Oh,
It hasn't reached my S tier quite yet,
why is it up to me?
and that's just because I haven't played it a whole lot. But it's going A.
Well, this is unfortunate. I don't believe it's an S. And that's a purely biased opinion. Huzzah, internet. I don't enjoy games like this. I understand it is free. You start with all the characters. That's all amazing. But me personally, I just don't like games like this. I think it's a little too repetitive. I don't think there's anything that
I
changes
think
from
I'm in
game
the
to game.
same boat. I fall off of those pretty hard.
Yeah. So I played a couple of matches and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But I know a lot of
But it
people
was
get
fun. It was
really
fun.
into these. So God, I feel like I'm gonna get my head chewed off.
Hey, A is good.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
throwing that out there.
go
A is good.
We'll go the front of A, even though they've all been at the front. So whatever.
And remember, people, if you want to play Spider-Man, there's games to do that, and it's not Marvel Rivals.
That's true.
If you want to main Spider-Man, go ahead. Just be aware. There are games that if
it's
you want to
hard.
just move around as Spider-Man, there are better options than trying to do it in a multiplayer game.
Oh God.
Even though he's very fun.
Microworks.
And if you're good at him, holy moly.
Microworks. Tiny robot free mini games.
Straight up. Hey, I loved that game. That was so fun.
I also really love that.
Personally,
That's really fun.
I'd have to give it a B.
Fair enough.
Mostly because it's only fun if you have more people, and it
Very
seems
true.
like even when if you played with an open lobby, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of people playing it, really.
It's very active.
So it's a Mario Party-esque game. It's free. It's a lot of fun. The robot is cute. There's a lot of customizable things you can unlock as you play. Yep. There's a lot to it. It's just you need people, and the bigger the group, the better. So for that factor alone, I'm putting it in B tier.
That's a lot of very good points.
I'll go with B as well.
Ooh.
Same type of thing. It's just
And Andrew said A.
I'll stay in A.
and we just haven't gone back to it.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna have to agree with B, mostly for the fact that there's not a lot of people playing it. So it's like it's rare that you're gonna get like, oh, I have this random group of 16 people that are all gonna want to play something. Let's play Microworks. It's like it's not really gonna happen. But personally, I really loved the game. But I do think it's limited by those factors. So I'm gonna agree with B on that one. So,
And it does hurt it that there's other games that are kind of in that similar zone that just are more alive right now.
very true. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This might be. I don't know if I'm rigging something here or not, but maybe our first S tier.
I know.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That wasn't as much of excitement as I was hoping for.
Well, it's because I'm pondering.
Too.
Personally, I as much silliness as we had with the game, I would actually give it an A tier.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. I'm not saying it was like gonna be S. It's just like
No. Like I'm not like anything like that. It's because like the game is really fun, but also we were kind of just messing around a lot with settings.
Yes.
And like again, the game's fun, but it gets really boring very quickly.
Yep.
It also depends a lot on having a large group to play it. So
Well, I mean,
that is
you
true.
can only play with a max of what, 5?
5, yeah.
Yeah.
which is sad because it would be better, I think, if it let you have more.
Oh, 100%.
Multiple tons of deer. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, but
Like
like
an online version of it would be.
Ooh, there you go. Someone
like
out there. Idea.
if it made online multiplayer an option, they would improve it, I would say.
Oh yeah.
But overall, I would give this game an A. It's fun, but only for so long.
That's
I think that's where I am.
totally makes sense.
I'm only gonna go B.
Because Harry blew up to the mines first.
That did suck. Being the hunter against the mines is like
Yeah,
the worst thing ever.
the first time. we
Although
ever
the
designed-
giant
hard.
like tons of mines with the tons of deer was amazing, just because the deer could run into
That
them
was
themselves.
so fun. I'm gonna go with A also. Mostly for the fact that it allows you to dick around with the game, and I love games that let you do that. They're not like you have to play this one way. It's like whatever you want to do with this game, feel free.
Mhm.
Although,
that.
please to the dev, if they ever see this, just the setting for the mines and the bear traps. If we turn it all mines on and all bear traps off, all mines all the time.
Yeah, that was strange. 3v3 Omega Strikers. We had a little bit of funkiness when we played that, but
Yeah, Andrew was having a bad
Andrew disconnected.
Andrew
I
exploded.
was,
His internet went out that day because the weather decided to say, "Go screw yourself."
it was like a snowstorm or some such.
Yeah,
I don't
it was a
remember what, but
snowstorm.
I could see this game being fun. It's got, it seems to like have relatively active multiplayer. I don't know as of right now. It looks like it gets support. I see that it gets updated every once in a while. So, I would say B.
Yeah, I'm gonna go B. I think like the biggest problem seemed to be the matchmaking, because it was like, yes, we're a 3-stack, but we're a 3-stack of a bunch of people who've played the game 2 or 3 times.
Yes.
And we were playing into people who had very clearly hundreds of hours,
Yes.
and it was painful.
They knew how to play.
Yeah.
The only way we started winning was because Nick just went full like, I'm going to just sit there punching you mode.
Yeah.
Matt had the slimes.
And it doesn't help that you don't know
which I later
characters.
found out that character is actually like the higher rated characters, even though they're super cheap.
Well, and it was the fact that we don't know which of the characters were like the broken ones. And so when we went up against people that obviously played it a lot, they just stomped us because we had no idea which characters did what or how good they were.
And we had to unlock them. So.
Yes. So, it sounds... Wait, what were the... I heard B?
B's. 2 B's.
2 B's?
I'll go see.
And I don't know if Andrew gets to count because he didn't play.
It looked cool. That's all I got. It looked okay.
I was
wouldn't play it, but...
even though he never got to play it, I'm gonna agree with Andrew with the C tier.
Yeah.
If you've watched our videos of any time we've had to play a game that put us up against with people that obviously are way better than us, you will know it makes me very angry.
Oh yeah.
Because what is the point of having a game that is online PvP only and there is zero skill-based matchmaking? What is the point? You will just die horribly and then you won't want to play it anymore. So.
And don't worry, this isn't even the most egregious one of them yet.
Oh God, no. That is.
I'm looking right down in the middle there.
Yo, yeah, that one made me very angry. So next, Halloween time, Panicore. We played every level, including the new ones they had. Yeah, that was our reaction too.
Still, that
I thought it was a whole monologue.
The witch ghost person? That was still like the scariest one by far.
Oh my
goodness,
God!
Yeah.
The one Matt broke.
There's
that one. Holy crap!
There was no point in there where I heard her coming. She scared the shit out of me so many times.
So many times.
Let's see. I'll give this a B.
Okay. I mean, that's a good solid B.
I say respectable would be B.
Yep, that's very true.
I think with some fleshing out, this would actually be an S for me, but like there are some of the maps that just aren't as clean, so I'm just gonna go A.
Okay.
I'm gonna go A.
Okay, we got 2 A's, a B. I think I'm also gonna go. I would go high A just because we've played enough games like this. This is the best of them that we have played, in my opinion.
This one's a good one.
Because there's been several run from the monsters, gather whatever, and I think this one does it the best. So if there was pluses, I would do an A+, but we don't because I'm lazy like that. So A tier, huzzah!
Yeah, because so many of the other ones of these also are just the same monster every time. Not all of them, but like I feel like this one, it was so much more interesting to interact with the monsters, except for the last one.
Yeah, because you never interacted with it. It's just me losing my
Well,
mind.
it's just you having a monologue against it.
It's a great video if anyone wants to listen to something stupid for half an hour.
I never gave a topic.
The one-time play Pilgrim.
Because this is hard. Because I know there's so much more crap to this thing that we haven't seen yet.
Oh, yeah.
For now, I'd give it a C, just because we haven't explored it much.
Okay.
That's kind of where I am.
We're definitely going to play more of this, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
So for now, my opinion sits at a C, just because we haven't done much with this, but what we did play was fun, because keep in mind, C grades aren't necessarily bad, it's just
average.
We haven't been through the full experience, so to speak, so
Yeah.
I would say C tier.
Okay.
I'm with them.
Ooh,
Mostly
I'd give it a
for the
B.
same reason. I expect it to go up.
I do also expect it to go up. I'm gonna stick with C. I think if you're gonna play a game like this, I think you should play Lethal Company. I think this was trying to be Lethal Company with a different environment, which it 100% is. I just think Lethal Company did it better. It's a much tighter game, and the game already knows what it is and is adding stuff. This one felt a little bit loose as far as like the controls. Running was a pain in this. You had no stamina, and I might be biased because I died really fast all the time.
I do like that it seems like an actual more streamlined progression though than Lethal Company does, where Lethal Company kind of gets a little more samey.
I wouldn't know that because we died.
Yeah. I go B.
Okay, well, more roguelike. Rotwood. We only played it once, but there is a lot more game there that we could go back to.
Well, we played it as it basically first came out, so.
Yes.
I've played it. I played it the most. Again, this is like the same with like Gatekeeper.
Yep.
It's a really good game. They've done work on it since. But unlike Gatekeeper, I'm going to give this one an A. It's a high A for me, but still an A.
Okay.
I'd go A as well. I really love the art style and just like it plays super smoothly.
Yep. Andrew,
yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm going B though.
Oh, enjoyed it a B. I actually think it's unique enough. I would be happy with giving it an A. For what it is, it's really cool. I agree with Harry. The art style is super fun, but it's pretty rare that you see games of this camera style and play style put together anymore. And so I think it's really cool, and it's worth a playthrough if people have any interest in something of that sort. So yeah, we'll give it a nice A.
Just a great developer too, so you know.
Very true.
They make lots of fun stuff.
Made by the people who did Don't Starve Together.
Yep.
No Oxygen Included. You know those games.
Oh, definitely.
Those guys, yep.
Okay, another one that might have some differing opinions. Supervive.
I give it a B.
Okay. I'd say it's a good. That means it's a good. I'm trying to say good. That's
Good. It's
Good
a
medium.
It's a medium.
I think personally, I think the game it's good. It could use more work. Obviously, it's a new game.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's going to need some work. It's it's a long-term game basically on a premise. It's a battle royale type of game. But it's MOBA based.
Yep.
So it's not bad. It kind of takes some elements from like say your League of Legends and like your Fortnites to an extent.
Absolutely.
And it's a good combination, but overall I think the game needs a little more fine-tuning, more updates here and there. And for me personally, it not having controller support is a real bummer for me because people will say, oh, why you play PC games but with a controller? It's like, well, because my hands don't like me very much. So when I have to do funky hand maneuvers just to press buttons on a game, it makes my hands hurt.
Yeah.
So accessibility wise, that's kind of a factor. So I would give this one a B for those reasons.
Okay. Andrew, Harry, what you thinking?
I'd go B as well. Probably a high B. I really like the game and I like the concept. My problem is it's a competitive game, and unlike Rivals where I can kind of jump in by myself, not playing like a pre-built squad in a battle royale feels really bad.
Yep.
So like you need to have at least one other person to play with to play the duos, or to have 3 other people to play with to play squads.
Yep.
And then you're playing a competitive game, and it gets hard.
Yep, that's understandable. Andrew.
Firefox was fun. I'll give it a B.
Okay, time for me to get hated by the internet again. I'm giving it a D, because I hated it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. But...
I don't like games that are repetitive for the sake of being repetitive. I want there to be some sort of progression.
Well, it's repetitive for the sake of being competitive.
Yeah, that's
But yes.
boring. I'm not going to play Call of Duty 17 hours in a row because it's the same game every match. I'm going to get hated on by the internet for saying that. Oh no. What a shame.
Or you're gonna find a lot of people that agree with you.
That's true.
True.
So,
And then they'll find out that, some of us have played 35 plus days in some college further ago.
Just gonna say both opinions are very valid.
yeah, the whole reason we're doing this is just because it's opinions. Like, if we want to show everybody we don't agree on everything. Wow, we're individuals. Who would have guessed?
Oh my god.
It also.
Although I'd say for me, COD more falls in with like Rivals, where the fact that you're only dealing with one other set of teams makes it much easier to like brain off it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Supervive is just like, if you're trying to just play and just vibe, and you're in any like competitive stance, it's gonna be much harder.
Oh yeah. Well, and it also fell into my number one least favorite thing about games. Bad, non-skill based RNG matchmaking. Because when we first started, it was like, wow, we're going up against bots. We're winning so fast. This is so easy. And then we went up against real players, and we got stomped so aggressively that it was like, wow, obviously we're not going to win this. So that was 3 Bs and a D. I have to give it to Majority. So we're as a group putting that in the B tier. The Supervive.
But it'll be at the end of the B.
I don't know which end is good and which one is. It's gonna go right there. It's gonna go next to J Jump Arena. How about that?
Fair enough. I can see it.
Brawlhalla, side-scrolly fighting slap 'em up.
So I know Brawlhalla has a really.
It's got a community.
Oh,
It has
a big one.
it has a community, and people really like the game. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like the game is fun, but like, and this is kind of like the age in me showing, I guess. I don't know, but I'd rather just play Smash Bros, to be honest.
Fair enough.
Just because they're more. Well, like, not to say Brawlhalla doesn't have memorable characters and whatnot. It's just I'm not really a fan of its art design. Kinda, it's a little too cartoony for me. So it just doesn't really feel like as serious as it wants to take itself as a competitive game, I would say, because I know it's competitive. It has tournaments and what all that jazz.
Yep.
And there's people that are pretty good at it. It's just for a game that's trying to be competitive, I just don't really like competitive games being all cartoony, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing. That's just a personal preference of mine. I'm not trying to be a hater.
Yeah.
It's just,
hater.
So with all that being said, it's gonna have to be like a.
The intro.
Waiting.
I'm gonna have to give it a D. I'm sorry.
Right in the kidneys.
My turn.
Okay, go Andrew.
I'm in the same boat. I love platform fighters. I play Smash almost every day with buds at work. So I'm a huge fan of that. I like other games like Rivals of Aether is really good. The Multiverses was okay. This one did not hit it for me. It was okay at best. But I'm kind of in agreement. It's just like the thing that bothered me was actually how the weapons worked. You got a weapon and you start just kicking butt.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it. So I also was putting it down in D.
Okay. Harry?
Yeah. Probably. I think I'll go C. Similar reasonings, but like, I don't like the art style. There's a lot of characters that I'm just not part of the generation for. And then wasn't this the one with like multiple different weapons as well? Like each character had two.
Yes, that's
and then like you're playing the character and you're like, wow, this one weapon's so strong, and the other weapon feels like jank.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, this is weird.
Also, it seems that it's really difficult to unlock characters or something. Like,
yeah, it definitely felt slow. But
Okay, so you're saying C?
C. Yeah.
Okay, I'm also gonna go D. And there is a little bit of biasness here. I am not a huge fan of fighting games. It's definitely not my forte, which, like, I'm adding that at the beginning of my statement. I'm not a fan of fighting games. I have fun with Smash. I think Smash is a good medium for people that are good at fighting games and people that aren't so good at fighting games. I'm not going to play Soul Calibur online. Hell no. I'm not going to go play freaking, like, Mortal Kombat 1 tournaments. But I can still have fun with something like Smash Bros, and I think this misses the mark of what you can have fun with even if you're not a fighting game person.
Yeah, the items definitely always helped with Smash. Like,
yep.
Make it the big evener.
Yep. Okay.
Smash is just good, bro.
free Fall Guys ripoff. Bro Falls. Do we all remember Bro Falls?
I remember it.
I remember the broccoli.
I'm gonna give this one an F.
Okay.
I don't think the game is bad, but it's obviously a copy pasta ripoff. Like, yes, the game is free, but it just play Fall Guys.
Like, what if you want to be the mastermind?
Yeah, I mean, that's like the only exception there, but like it's pretty cut and dry on how similar the games are.
Yep.
So I would have to say just play Fall Guys.
Okay. Andrew, Harry. Statements.
I don't
ideas?
know. Not bad. That's where I stand.
I would
what
say,
that gives it, I don't know yet.
Okay.
I'd say D. I enjoyed it, like, for the once. I wouldn't go back to play Fall Guys either.
Yeah.
I get bored of these types of games pretty fast, unless there's something to, like, really go for, I guess.
Okay.
Like, yeah, there's the competitive aspect, which I like, which is probably the only reason that I, like, would play it in the first place.
Yeah.
If I were ever to play it by myself. Like, I have Fall Guys installed just in case, but, like,
Yeah, I get it.
And the unique mechanic of this felt weird to interact with.
Yeah.
All right, so you said
So we have one
said
D and
D?
one F.
I'll go C
Andrew, why are you a rebel?
because I didn't want to go that low. I actually liked it. It was fun.
Oh god, C, D, and F.
Your choice. Where does it go?
I'm going to be the X Factor again. I am gonna say F because of something that we did not show in our videos. The game ran ads in its video, in its game.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
I can understand making a game free and still needing to make money off of it, but that is a below the belt hit. We don't want ads in our games. That is...
All right, you changed mine to a D.
So
you make a good point.
That is a second F tier right there, Bro Falls. It was adorable-ish, but it didn't do good enough to...
And it falls to the bottom of the list.
Yeah, ha, bro. Okay, content warning. This was a unique one. It came out after Lethal Company, but did a lot of stuff very different.
B.
Okay, we got a B. Yeah, what else we got?
Let's see.
Yeah, C.
No, I said let's see. I think I'd give it an A. I really like the gameplay loop. I want it to have more maps for us to dive into, and maybe we just suck and didn't get to them. That's also possible. But I've never laughed so much at someone falling asleep.
That is very true. The magical ceiling magnet was amazing.
Please never fix that.
That gives us one B and one A to you, Andrew.
I'm going B.
Okay.
I think a lot of it, though, is I do want to go back to it to still explore more of it, because there's a lot there that we haven't unlocked.
Yep.
But at the same time, like, I don't know how many hours you have to put into that game.
That's true. That's true.
To, actually get somewhere with it. I don't know.
Okay, so
I like it though. I did like it. I thought it was a unique take on the whole Lethal Company formula thing.
yeah, it is very unique for what it is.
The whole like let's document all this stuff.
Yeah,
I like
Getting
that.
your own recorded clips that you can save is
That part is
awesome.
dope.
If it works.
That's true.
It's worked ever since the first time.
It did
but yeah.
break that one time, and we don't.
The very first time, and then they fixed the bug.
I'm gonna give it a C, and I have 2 reasons to give it a C. And I hate that I refer to other games in my references, but that's the only way I can bring across the point that I'm thinking.
Well, I mean, to be fair, when games are very similar, it's hard to not make comparisons.
That's very true. And I guess that's what it comes down to is if it makes me think of another game that I would rather play, then that's kind of a -1 for me. Lethal Company makes you feel nervous when you're playing it, like something could just kill you. This game, it has a feeling of fun, and then you maybe die. So there's no point in there where I'm like, oh god, if I turn this corner, I could get my face grabbed. It's just like, yay, we're having fun with a camera. Look, there's a snail, and now Satan is here. It's like it's just like one then the other. And it took way too long to unlock items. Like we never lasted long enough to get any of the other items. Where something like Lethal Company or Pilgrim, you can get things way earlier. So that's why I'm putting it in C. I still had fun, but it's got some issues. So that puts it at a B, I think. What was that? 1 A, 2 Bs, and a C, or?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, I think
okay,
that's right.
so it's a B. We'll put it next to J-Jump Arena, like every other thing is B. Okay, everybody, we're gonna take a chunk out of this and put up the second half tomorrow because we didn't want to just put things in a tier list. We wanted to tell you why we put things where we did, just so that it wasn't like, oh, this game was a B, next. We wanted to actually give you the opinion of why we thought that way, and because of that, it's taking a little bit longer to record, so we want to do this over the course of 2 days, so that we can still fully give you our thoughts without needing to do a 2-hour-long video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're going to throw up part 2, because I know everyone on the internet loves when videos get split into 2 parts, and movies, and games, and everything in existence. So we're going to throw up part 2 tomorrow to make you all so happy. Come back then for the rest of... Because there's some unique ones in part 2 of this, so... If you stuck around with us, please leave a comment. Like, what games on this list did you watch? Which ones do you like? Which ones do you not like? Which ones do you really not like? What's your F tier?
And if you made it to the very end, you can look through the next stuff. Hopefully Nick is showing you all of the list. And
right there.
Guess where you think that we're going to put these things.
There you go.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.